Remember that Jesus at that place called Caesarea Philippi had revealed to his disciples that he, the Son of Man, was going to be betrayed, he was going to be tortured, and he was going to be crucified, and he would rise again on the third day. A pretty heavy topic, no question about it. So what is the topic of discussion among the disciples in the aftermath of this? It was, who's going to be the top dog? Who's going to be the most important of the lot? That seems a little insensitive to me to talk about something like that when someone has just disclosed that they're about to die. That would be like someone saying, I just came from the doctor's office and I found out I'm going to die in a month. And your friend says, interesting. Hey, can I have your car? It's like, are you serious? And that's really what was happening here. Jesus is disclosing these important truths and they're like, oh yeah, fascinating. By the way, who's going to be number one among us? Have you ever watched that TV program, Celebrity Apprentice? And it's a fascinating show. They divide people up into teams, usually men and women, and they compete against each other, and they're given little tasks to fulfill, and then it's determined at the end who won that task, and they vote someone off and so forth. And when you get on Celebrity Apprentice, there is one thing on your mind when you sit in that boardroom with Donald Trump. One thing, and that is, what is going on with his hair? No. I think that's what's on my mind. But you're wondering, how can I win this competition? Or you might form an alliance here and work with someone there, but the reality is there's only one winner. Who gets to win the game? Winning, right? That's what Charlie Sheen tells us. Well, that's what most people want in life. They want to know how to be number one. They want to know how to win. They want to know how to be the most successful, the top dog. That was a discussion among the disciples. So who's going to be number one, Lord? Who's going to run everybody else? And Jesus effectively bypassed the question and did something completely unexpected. He sees a little kid and he says, hey, come on over here for a second. Little child walks up to Jesus. And he sets that child in the midst of them. I mean, you can just see it. There's a little child, probably really cute, looking around wide-eyed. And Jesus takes the child and he puts it in the midst of them, or puts a little one in the midst of them. And then he says, you must be converted and become as little children. And if you'll humble yourself as this little child, you'll be the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. So Jesus is saying, you need to be childlike.